Hey everyone, and welcome to Morning Majors, a show where we look at the opportunities in the major Forex currency pairs for the day ahead. Now, today I wasn't really going to put out a video because when I was looking at the charts, there wasn't anything that I particularly loved. I mean, there's one opportunity which we will talk about in the pound dollar, but basically it was a day where I couldn't really see much out there, but I thought I'll put a video out anyway because it probably is a good lesson to some of the newer traders out there, some of you struggling traders out there, because it's probably one of the big mistakes that all of you make. But before we go any further, let's just remind you all that these videos are for educational purposes only, and nothing that I talk about here is trade advice in any way whatsoever. So you still have to do your own analysis and make your own decisions as to whether you get into a trade or not. Now, going back to what I was saying about a trading lesson. Now, on days like this, when we look at the pairs that we're trading, and in these videos here, we're only looking at the majors. Okay, what new and struggling or rookie traders, whatever sort of label it is that you want to put on them, what they tend to do is even when there are no opportunities in the market, they feel like they have to be involved in a trade. So they manufacture opportunities that don't exist. You know, I've gone through all of the majors, and there's one pair, which is the pound dollar, the one that you have in front of you, that looks like it could bear some fruit, and as far as some short-term trading opportunities go. But looking at all of the others, you know, the charts, they're in the middle of nowhere. There's no real sort of, from my perspective anyway, there's no real direction or no obvious direction. And from that, and if I can't see any real obvious direction, then I'm not going to take the trade. But where so many traders go wrong is that they feel like they always have to be in the markets. Like if they're not in the markets, then they're not going to make any money. And they forget about the fact that if you're not in the markets, then you also can't lose money. So I guess the reason that I'm putting this video out there is to remind everybody, to remind all of the traders out there that you don't have to take, or you don't have to trade every single day. If you don't see an opportunity in the markets for the pairs or for the instruments that you're looking at, then the best thing to do is literally just to get up and walk away. Because if you don't do that, and you end up taking losses that you didn't need to take, what ends up happening is that, first of all, from a psychological perspective, you kind of beat yourself up about it, and you start to sort of develop bad habits. You'll then try and take revenge on the markets. You'll get involved again. You'll try and make the money back. And then eventually when a great trade does come along, and one that does or would make you money, because you're trying to claw back the losses from the silly mistakes that you made, you know, you don't actually ever sort of see profit. Your account balance sort of dwindles and goes down, 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 rather than going up. So what I would like you all to do is make sure that when you are taking your winning trades, you're not making up for stupid losses, okay? And you're actually growing your accounts. All right, so that's me off of my soapbox for now. Let's take a look at the pound dollar, which, as I said, is the only pair that really I think is sort of showing us a good opportunity. So if we start by looking at if we look at the 4-hour chart, we can see that the pound dollar broke structure, okay, over here, and it's been going down ever since. We were then looking at the pound dollar approaching this structure low. So previous level of support could then act as resistance. And that's what's happened. So the market broke through this level. Obviously, it reacted to it a little bit. It broke through this level, which you can see on the 4-hour chart. But what we're now getting, and I'll jump over to the 15-minute chart, is that we're getting the market react to this level. So it's the previous level of support is now acting as resistance. The market is tracking along there. In terms of a trade opportunity, what I would like to see perhaps is a bit more consolidation along this line here. So maybe develop some sort of a ledge in the market. So the market sort of tracking along this area here. All right, so price action going up and down, but ultimately not really going anywhere. And then a break beneath this level. And once we get the break beneath this level, then I'll be looking to take a sell opportunity. And I'll be selling the markets initially down to these lows, of course. All right, so we need to keep an eye on the previous lows. But if we can get past that, what's quite exciting is if we zoom out here, all right, the next major level of support is all the way down here at 1.2778. All right, remember that we'll be getting involved in the trade somewhere around 1.3000. Okay, so you've got a good 200 odd pips profit, potential profit, for, more or less what is that? So we're looking at that at 3000. You'd have your stop above the highs, have your stop above the highs there around 45. So 50 pip stop for a 200 pip target. That's a 4-to-1 risk or reward to risk. Great trade to be had. And these are the sorts of opportunities you want to be waiting for. And not chasing the ones or, inventing opportunities that don't exist. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed this morning's Morning Majors. I hope you're getting good value out of these videos here. Please make sure that you share, like, subscribe, follow, all of that kind of good stuff to make sure that we build this little community here. All right? So thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all on the next Morning Majors.